Maurice Bay here. Welcome to the channel. In this short video, I'm going to show you from my phone how to create profile pics and images of yourself with white background or with a transparent background. I got a friend that is working on his blog right now, and he is creating images, and he's uploading images to his blog, and he wants to know how to create images with the white background and with a transparent background so that he can lay that image over top his header on his blog, his image that he already has created for his website. You see a lot of people creating or using white background images or images that have transparent backgrounds on their headers and in their profile pictures here on YouTube and on their social media. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do it real quick, real easy from your smartphone with a free app that I downloaded from the Play Store. I use an Android, so I'm thinking this app is going to be available on the Apple Play Store, on the Apple application store as well. I don't use an Apple, never will, by the way, but it is available on the Android store. The name of the application is called Pixellab, and will allow you to be able to create images like the one you're looking at right now on your screen. Or if you decide, if you want to, you can create an image with a different color background if you want to. You can create an image with a black background, a white background, doesn't matter. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to do this. One thing before we get started, please excuse my voice. I just finished batch recording several videos, and my voice basically sounds like it's going out on me. So if you can deal with that, and you're looking for how to be able to create these profile pics of yourself with transparent backgrounds, you're going to learn how to do that in this video right from your smartphone. I do this a lot of the times while I'm out and about, while I'm in the passenger seat, or while I'm sitting around waiting at the store for my wife. I can create these simple images right here on my phone. So let's get started. When you go to your Play Store and download the application, again, it's called Pixellab. It is going to start you off with this default image right here, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is delete the words new text, the text that is highlighted right now. I'm gonna click the trash can at the top left-hand side of the corner. Again, this application is really, really simple to use, okay? And it's gonna confirm that I wanna delete the selected object. I'm gonna click OK, and now we're starting off with a basic canvas, okay? So now I'm going to import an image out of my image gallery on my phone, okay? So if you look across the bottom of your screen and you see the three circles and the A and the six-sided square, and then you see the six-sided circle, and then you see the squares next to that, I'm gonna click the six-sided circle, and I'm gonna click import. And it's gonna allow me to be able to go into my image gallery. And I already know where the photos are that I want to use for this. I took a few pictures for this exact purpose, and that's in my chroma key images library over here. All right, let me grab one of these images here. It doesn't really matter which one I grab. I'm gonna grab this one here. Now, this works best if you can get yourself against a white background or a lighter colored background. As you can see, this background isn't completely white. It's gonna be completely white when I get done with this with editing this photo, and you're gonna be able to turn it to make it transparent as well. But this works best if you're against a lighter colored background without a lot of lines or writing or anything on it. And it also works best if you have on dark colored clothing. This application it does have an eraser in it, so you can literally erase imperfections out of the background as well. So if you do have writing on the background or any of that stuff, you can use the eraser in this application to take that stuff out. But if you get yourself against a solid colored backdrop, then you won't even need to use, you probably won't even need to use the eraser very much when we're editing this photo. So now I'm in the crop phase, basically. And I'm gonna crop out everything in this image that I don't need. I'm gonna click the check mark here at the bottom, and this is what I'm working with now, overlaid over top of the canvas that we just cleared out a second ago. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is scroll across the bottom until I get to the color filters. I'm gonna click color filters. It brings up hue, saturation, brightness, and contrast. Now I'm gonna up the brightness just a little bit. And as you can see, it's making the background white already, okay? So now that I've upped the brightness of the background, I'm gonna up the contrast. And it's gonna add some more color back into the image. And the image is basically already has a nice white background right now. Sometimes when I do this, depending on if there's a shadow, if I'm casting a shadow on the wall behind me, sometimes adjusting the brightness and the contrast won't get out everything. This is why I said, if you can get yourself against a fairly smooth, even colored background, then just by adjusting the brightness and the contrast, I'm gonna click the check mark here, because that's how I want the photo. Just by adjusting the brightness and the contrast, you can get your clear white background. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scroll over to where it says erase color. And I'm gonna click erase color. And what it's gonna do now is it's gonna take out all of the white. But you're gonna notice that when it takes out the white in the background, it's also gonna take out some of the white in my shirt. It may also take out some of the lighter colors in my face, because the light is casting, the light that I'm using is casting light on my face as well. So I'm gonna enable the erase color function, and as you can see, it didn't take any of the, it didn't add any transparent holes in my face. It does that sometime when I do the images this way, but it did add transparent holes in my shirt because my shirt is so light colored, okay? So what I'm gonna do is click the check mark, because that's totally fine. All we need to do here is add in some white behind the shirt. So I'm gonna click plus in the top left-hand corner, or add, and I'm gonna click shapes, and it brings up a square. But if you look down here towards the bottom of the screen, I'm gonna click the arrow next to the square, and it's gonna bring up the different shapes. I'm gonna change that to a circle, and then I'm just gonna reduce the circle down some. I'm gonna make it into an oval shape, and I'm gonna put it right across where I want the white to show. And I'm gonna click the arrow, and now I'm gonna scroll. Now, if you notice, the image isn't selected anymore. Now it's the white shape that's selected. So whenever I try to adjust anything now, it's gonna adjust whatever is selected. So now it's the shape that's selected. So I'm gonna scroll back until I get to back, where it says to back and to front. You can move that selected item behind or in front. So I'm gonna move it to the back. And now it's behind my shirt, and my shirt is white like it is supposed to be, okay? So now the last thing we gotta do now is just change this to a transparent background, okay? So now I'm gonna click the squares next to the right of the six-sided circle, and it's gonna bring up color, transparent, image size, image from gallery, all that good stuff. I can click color, and I can, now it gives me, I can put a gradient background behind it, or I can put a color background behind it, make the background yellow, make the background red, doesn't matter. I can make the background white. I don't want that, so I'm gonna click X, and I'm gonna click transparent, and make the background transparent. Now we have our transparent image that we're looking to create. When I click the file looking thing at the top, or the floppy disk looking thing at the top, it's going to give me the option to save this as a project or to save this as an image. If I save it as a project, I can give it a name, and I can come back to it and access it later on. If I click it as an image, it's going to go to my image library. It gives me the ability to save this as a PNG, which is what you would save all images with transparent backgrounds, or you can save it as a JPEG. And the image dimensions, you can even change them from custom to low to medium, high, very high if you want to. And I'm going to click Save to Gallery. Now it has saved this image to my gallery, and this is the only thing you have to do when you have Pixellab. Again, it's a free app, but they do make you watch a 5-second ad every so often. If I want to, I can go back to image size, and I can click preset. This is one of the things that I like about using Pixellab, other than being able to edit photos right on my phone. I can resize the photos. You can do the same thing that I'm doing now. Well, you can't take out backgrounds on Canva, but when you do make an image in Canva, If you want to resize it and take the same image that you created for your YouTube banner and then you want to resize it for your Facebook or resize it for your blog, you got to be a paid Canva member to do that. With Pixellab, they already have some preset settings, YouTube channel banner. You can resize it to that size, a YouTube thumbnail, Facebook cover art, or if you want to, you can put your dimensions in manually. Whatever platform that you're uploading the photo to should tell you what size, what dimensions the photo needs to be. So whatever size you need to, whatever you need to resize this photo to, you can resize it for free right here in Pixellab. Okay, so I'm gonna click OK because that I just wanted to show you the resize feature. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to my original default, and it's gonna ask me, do I wanna, let me make sure I got this saved. I did save it as no, I didn't save it as a project. So I always just gonna give mine whatever kind of name because they're all in my image library anyway, and I scroll down to find them. So now I'm gonna go back to the default, okay? And now I'm going to bring in that image again. I'm gonna re-import that image, okay? And here is our image with our transparent background. Let me erase this text. And I'm gonna hit the crop feature. Now, when you hit this crop feature, if you want, I'm gonna click the circle over here because a lot of us have nice circular, a lot of people have nice circular white or transparent background profile photos. There you go, okay? And then if you want to, this looks weird, even though the image was straight, it's coming out, it looks weird now that I've made it into a circle. So I'm gonna click rotate, and I can rotate the image. So even though that's not straight, now it looks straight. And if I was looking straight at the camera, that'd be a gorgeous profile photo. All I gotta do is just make it transparent, and that's the profile photo that I'm looking for, okay? If I want to, I'm gonna save this again as an image, save to gallery. See, sometimes Pixellab doesn't even make you watch 5-second ads. You just throw them on and you can click them right back off. I'm gonna click Save as Project. Save this as a project. And I'm gonna bring up something real quick. I'm gonna bring up one of my projects and show you how this looks when you overlay it. I'll bring this up here. This is a banner that I was working on for my channel. Hope you like it. If you don't, it doesn't matter. I'm not using it. Okay, and I'm gonna show you how to import, or how this looks when you import it and put it on top of your banner. And that looks good. That looks great. And that's how you would create an image of yourself with a transparent background, so you can overlay it over top of your any of your banner images, or if you want to just make it with a transparent background or with a white background and use it for a profile photo.